Hello. Welcome back to Lani Hari Plays. We are going to continue with Coffee Talk episode 2. So last time we were until day 6 and we're gonna continue to day 7. No, hang on. We are on day 8 today. So okay, I'm just gonna load this one actually. So midway, like we've done halfway now. Oh, and by the way, I load the game instead of continue so that it will start from this scene. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna start from where I left off. So this is Tuesday, September 26, 2023. Okay, what's the news? Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers' websites. First workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Okay, nothing like we can relate with yet, as far as I know. So okay. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long night. Or not. Someone... Oh, hello Gala. Good evening. Hey, Lani Hari. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything's just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift's over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, yeah, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So, Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. STMJ, yay! Okay, before that, let's check on Tomodachi. See if we've got something new. We do. Amanda. Okay. At least she has a profile. Also none. Stories. She's a 10 but about to marry a freelancing elf. Okay. So she's 100. Okay. Do you think VR will really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for a very long time, but maybe that's just me. Not just you, Myrtle, to be honest. No, like even me. An hour is more than enough, I guess. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle. But it feels nice to have someone depends on you, you know? A pet, got it. Busy all day today. Don't forget to drink water. Hashtag still on hiatus though. Yeah. Nacho, it's coming together. I can't believe it. It's gonna be so good. I think it's referring to her new album. Today's delivery cutoff time 3 o'clock. No night shift. Oh, look at that. Like Riona, she changed her profile photo. Did she start music again? That would be nice. And now let's look at our recipe. So day 1 STMJ, right? Wait, hang on a second. I thought I have STMJ with me. Wait a second. Where's STMJ? on a second. Oh, there it is. So, milk, ginger, and honey. Because last time in the first one, it was a struggle to find STMJ for, yeah, basically Henry said, oh, you got it in a different order. Anywho, let's return this. I believe this is Gala, right? That's Gala's, right? Hang on. Hello. Can I? How do I inspect? Hello? Hang on a second. Someone's apartment key, maybe? Is this Gala's or Hyde? Now I'm confused. I thought this was Hyde's. Should I give it to Gala? Or Hyde? This is Hyde's, right? Right? I'm confused now. I think this was Hyde. This was Hyde. What happened if I try to give it to Gala? What's gonna happen? What do you think? But I'm pretty sure that this was Hyde. Oh no. Let's try to give. What will happen? What will happen if I give it? Oh, I see. I dropped my key card here, huh? Oh yes, it's his. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I follow my intuition. You're welcome. Now I have a spare because I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. The only downside is that it cost me $100. Now I'm wondering where I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? I'd hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the Archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is in the ingredients. Susu, telur, madu, jahe. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Anything to bring up customer. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? I'm still a bit hang out with the whole key card thingy. Did we miss him last time? Oh, never mind. What's done is done. When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it. Which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say though. It's the strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Yay, new customer. Oh! Hey there. We meet again. Yes. Oh, yes. Hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Fiona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea. Let's see, tea. There it is. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. So if you wonder why I had all of this, I played in the endless and like get him remember the recipe first so that we don't have to struggle in game. Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, so you two connected in the end. I'm sorry I failed to give his contact info to you. It's fine. He sent me a message last night through my private social media, which both surprised and confused me. I mean, how did he find my account? I heard you can find just about anything online nowadays if you know your way around. So it's probably an internet thing. That sounds a bit worrisome. What about people's privacy? Yeah, that's a valid concern. All we can do now is to consider carefully what we put out there, I suppose. Right. Then I wonder, what does he want from me? Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it would become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding, both of you. How are you doing, miss? How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean, the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot, just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right? Then again, I always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope. Exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there. A long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling? A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree, surrounded by strange trinkets. Dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It's stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us, drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrance of sorts. Remembrance? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy! Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone! Oh boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Rani Hari, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck because it is. Oh damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh. They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected or? Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Heh, what's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill, Raniari? No, of course not, Officer Jordi. You're all great. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Raniari, and don't forget my lighter. Espresso, hang on, we've got something, do we? Nope. Okay, this one's unlocked. They really like September, don't they? Espresso for Uncle Georgie. And lighter. Okay, so I think I was supposed to give the key card. I'm still hung on, but the key card to hide instead, I guess. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Granny Harry. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of sort? Well, I have good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect, as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. Not at all. For real? Then I'll have the thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy cake to it. Well, he did say something Spanish, right? So, cocoa, I'm pretty sure it's the Spanish Sahara. Okay. Chocolate, milk, and ginger. Okay, let's serve. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Raniari. You're so welcome. So, Pops, just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that a big deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You got a point there. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is very straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Ranihari? Huh? Oh no. I'm sorry if I cross a line. You seem to know a lot about it and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So, anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 or 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Okay, sounds ideal. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Hold on. The light went off? Convenient. What a stage setup, eh? Phew, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please, continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I thought nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaces across the street and 2 on the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay? Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side. 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the street lights went out suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh, are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something. But the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louis, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure work fast. Right. Anyway, Rani Hari, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that, what would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. So, okay, that was spooky. Do we have anything? The song changed as well. Okay, so it's a hibiscus, ginger, and a touch of honey. Tea Jahe Rosella, right? Hibiscus, ginger, and honey. Change the song. Oh, is this new? Or not? Okay, anyway. I don't have any more items, right? Yep, I don't. So, I'll just serve it. One piping hot tea Jahe Rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? Jahe means ginger, Teh means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. Oh, that's new. I didn't know that. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Rani Hari. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real being scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Look at George's face. Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They call it the fairy market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as like not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place. To ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection. just so people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh, and that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a fender there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second. What? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? How old is this lady? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the fender being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of this loophole. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa, I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. Oh, that was quite a story. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately, that is why there used to be a memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else, you'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Rani Hari. Take care. You okay? It's getting really late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here, sir, unfortunately. Oh, you don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you, may I? Sure. Rani Hari, could you try this mix? Yep, what is it? How about blue pea, honey, and mint? Blue pea, honey, and mint? Oh, okay, we've got one. Let's see. Georgie. Born and raised in Seattle, still a lactose intolerant cop. Now it's unlocked. Okay, so blue pea, honey, and mint. Okay, flower bed. Okay. Maybe I should try these combinations as well. Hibiscus and blue pea. Okay. Here you go, miss. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, actually. It's good but lacking brightness. Oh, some lemon would be nice. But it's alright. Thank you for ordering it for me. Okay. Thanks for making it look pretty, Rani Hari. I try. But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way, the traditional way. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts. Desserts? Hence, sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, She thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was! Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody is going to remember us? Right, Raniari? No comment. Aw. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh, we weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he would just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? No. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh, which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know, because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. It's just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me at all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still... Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? Ah. I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smart ass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally, it will have like an interview at first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Oh, he got rejected. Is it because I didn't give the card? Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Rani Hari. Sorry if I bored you, eh? No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you. Come again soon. Okay, that was something from Lucas. I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Rani Hari. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Riona, and have a good night. Okay. That's it for the night, right? I think I'm done. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Alright guys, that's the end of day 8. So we're gonna continue with day 9. Wednesday, September 27. World Golem Culture Center Grand Opening to be held in Bhutan. Golem Culture. Lunar Cell Panel Prototype ready for first test. Newcomer Progressive Elephant Metal Band Avatar tops US music chart. Okay, I don't think there's anything interesting yet. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. First customer. Oh, hey, Gala. And hi. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you too. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just, well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms. Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. This sounds a lot like period. Having period for women. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. That's it. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Ranhari. Since a Galahad can suit your Fury, maybe it would work for your Fury as well? Maybe, but I think it needs to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine. And maybe blue? Okay, now we know. That's so. We're talking about you. Anything new here? Nope. Look, that last night was wild. I ever had a night like that? You mean hearing Georgie talk about story? I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Normal schedule. Hey, what's this? Dinner with my team. Oh, is that why you had to leave early yesterday? Oh, that's it? Okay. What's the song now? I got your back. Okay, so with Blue P, right? I think this is what he wants. A silky but spicy beverage that suits furious emotions that brings dormant joys back to life. Blue P, milk, and ginger. Gala tea. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. You come up with these names on the spot, Ranihari? No, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what you're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's wrong with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Ranihari, I guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fall asleep on the job. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury is about to hit. Um, I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help him, Ranihari. I'm at my wit's end. Kala's asking for our help. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. And I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting, you usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, Ranihari. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around, twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like this last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind, then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what? 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days though? Like with slow fashion and the like? That's true. And people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. Well, what about your fans? You have so many people following you. I mentioned that last night and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hardworking vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Ranihari? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. What did you order when we first met? Oh my goodness. I don't remember. Veteran now working in the hospital. Oops, I need this. Okay, so let's do something with hibiscus because he likes hibiscus a lot. Shall we do hibiscus? Hibiscus. He did say he wanted something very dark, right? Here, I hope you enjoy this one. Well, well. Looks like you lose, Gala. Guess there's a first time for everything. What do you mean? Never mind. Oh my god, he doesn't look like this. Hyde is so picky. Or maybe I should have gone with the Zobo. Oh no. I don't particularly like this, by the way. I'm very sorry. Whatever. Oh, hi everyone. Hey Lua. Hi Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Baileys instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Pranihari? Of course, what would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. So, sounds like we can give her cough syrup. I don't like it when someone doesn't like it. Hey guys, oh, cough syrup, green tea, lemon and honey. I should have given him this one, the Zobo. Anyway. Here you go, some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Ranihari. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company is trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making, and part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I would like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always act rationally, if we only get annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll, for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Barry to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married today. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels much more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. If he wants to honor that, he'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly? For status? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes? Right. I'm glad you remembered that. Because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. That's a good idea. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling, finds it too impermanent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, liked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has my granddad has an old black and silver camera with two lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posting, switching, posting some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But he had a great time and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they come out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on then. Well, maybe because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully, and it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who? Me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cafeterias, let alone several per month. Well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you'd like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, a wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick skull vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And Good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Dua. Good night, Granny Hari. See you later. Good night, you two. Okay. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do. Sometimes. But I'm not a romantic. People get married. They think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way. And then, next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do. But only in certain kind. You can't choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that would work much better. And at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. That's very poetic. Well, in my case, I sink off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating and something worth helping each other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Rani Hari, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness, Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Rani Hari? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that, to continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. Wow. Are we in immortal? The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. Gosh. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my gosh, did I miss some Tomodachi anyway? Uh, Not day 10? Thursday, September 28, 2023. Let's see, new image recognition tag confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Oh my gosh. That is... that feels like some AI thing. A robot's asked to give ultimate advice. Elfin burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Anywho, let me just look. Maybe it's just this one, right? Okay, I have no idea what she's saying. Ah, a girl always has her secrets. Yep, like on top of the morning to you all, hangover but feeling awesome. Okay. Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games are just staggering. That feels like something real. No doubt free today. We'll resume tomorrow. Okay. Good evening. We've got someone. Georgie, officer, welcome. Hey, Rani Hari. How are you doing? Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries, work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, Rani Hari. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? About the scary, spooky one? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits with what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can weird beasts giggle? Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Rani Hari, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Fiona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Oh, that's very wild category. Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yes. Apparitions like... Ghosts. Ghosts? Ghosts? I see. What do you mean I see? Eh? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Oh, right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Ah. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well, Why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Ranihari. But that's all I'm willing to share, for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpop was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites. Very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just, with my time and as a cope and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zenness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Ranihari, you've seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes. My bad. That thing was originally my grandpop's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far, so it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now, about that street. See, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes, he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, all along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. You see, the street name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... Bourne Street, It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Anyway, they're just coincidences, Ranihari. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. Uh-oh. Thing about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right. Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see. Right. Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The Deathry stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right. And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, Rani Hari, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know. But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring us bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah. The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh. It is something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it will help ease your mind a bit. Ah, gotcha. But Rani Hari, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know, but I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the ring needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs, compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you going to make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Oh my gosh, we got the lighter again. It's an interesting feeling. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Rani Hari. What magical drink? Okay, first, Tomodachi-o. Do you know why the satires from France are more musical than ones from America? Because they have French horns. Sorry, not sorry. That's a joke, right? Okay. What was that again? Something with coffee, right? Okay. So coffee, honey, lemon. Coffee, honey, lemon. Okay. Huh. Let's try coffee, honey, lemon. What's this drink anyway? Queimada! Okay, now this is the one. Wow, this is like real flame. Surf. Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Careful. Dang, Rani Hari. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Ha. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Rani Hari. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks. And at least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with the attitude. Who is this? Huh? A hard-boiled advice. Oh! Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen! Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. I think this is Cameo. I've seen it on Twitter. This is a cameo. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. I feel like I'm meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So, what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the cafe. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh, well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Rani Hari about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghost-looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the death part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, and had recently passed away but was moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me. Wait, isn't this ghost thing Unchained Melody thingy? That's what I'm talking about! Isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh, maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Oh, someone else came. Ah. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errands sorted? I sure did. Goody. I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very ready rain. They're filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. Haha. So what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea. Never met one. He stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. But you said that they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues, expect for whales. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best to not overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Huh, well, thanks for the advice. I think it will help. Our pleasure. Now, Judy, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh, turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Doody. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Doody. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care? That's cameo from another game. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Rani Hari? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Rani Hari. I really did nothing much. Hang on, let me just... Okay, so it's nothing there, right? Are you going to be okay? Okay, now I have to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Is that it for the night? Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Oh? Someone's here? 2 people? Riona? Miss Riona, welcome. Hello? How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There is construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you were here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Okay, a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Let's see. I can give her the cough syrup, but let me... Tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Should we just go with this one? Cough syrup, green tea, lemon, honey. She did say she wants something for her throat. Here you go, miss. Oh no, she didn't like it. Okay. I don't think this is what I ordered. You're right. I'm truly sorry. Let me remake it for you. No, never mind. Just take it away, please. Will do. Sorry once again. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh. He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know, I'm all ears. Forgive me for giving you wrong tea. Should I give you? That might actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective, but I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In a sense, the advice is to slowly increase my network to make myself known. Oh, sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand. Like how I misunderstand your order. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right? She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. Well, what would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then, I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across and being rejected by every single one. For some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence, although perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? He was stuck. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it. Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh? I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me, almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first. But it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Kerry Park without realizing he had done so. It must have been some deep thinking he was doing because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh, I see. I suppose he didn't go as expected. Perhaps, and I know that feeling all too well. Miss? However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you and ask for guidance or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still, Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Rani Hari. No problem at all, anytime. Have a good evening then, Rani Hari. Come back again soon. Oh boy. That's, I believe, day 10. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. If you like it, if you've been watching until here, you like it, consider liking, press that like button and subscribe. Also, write in the comment below what you like about this video. And until the next episode, take care and see you!